Hi, everyone, and I am back for another edition of Light the Torch. And this book is a different book than we've ever done. We've never done a wedding guide before, but this is the ultimate wedding guide. And we've brought together women and professionals and gurus for weddings from all over the world. They all have different facets of what they do for brides, for weddings, for planning, for surviving planning a wedding. And this is your go-to guide just for that. So, Kristen, I'm going to have you kick it off. Let them know where you're from, what you do in the wedding world, and how they can connect from you or how they can learn from your chapter.
Hello, everyone from Naples, Florida. My name is Kristen Sullivan. I have a company called The Bridal Retreat. We are where wedding planning marries wellness. We guide brides after they get engaged to say yes to no stress. We don't want anyone going down that rabbit hole of stress. We want them to enjoy the journey of wedding planning. So we teach yoga, meditation, mindfulness, mindset, a lot to do with beauty inside and out. We work very closely with a lot of planners. So if you are having a difficult situation with a bride and not sure how to handle it, we can actually repair those relationships and help you as well. So we actually just launched a virtual version. Our retreats previously were in person, 3 nights and 4 days. And in December, we actually launched a virtual version of it so that people can do it from the comfort of their own home, because we know convenience and time is a big thing when you're planning a wedding.
All right. Well, thank you for being part of the project. And thank you for sharing. Candace, what about you?
My name is Candace Demali. I own Demali Bridal in Carrollton, Texas. I'm a one-man band. I host one bride at a time with our groups, more of a private setting, one-on-one. And I kind of do a bridal 101, kind of like a little class for appointments for brides who start off with my shop at first. I do a real different dive into how to find your dress, more of teaching how to know fabrics, cuts, things like that. So if you don't find your gown with me, you have the tools to shop other places as well. I give you little tips and tricks on how to navigate the industry, because I've been on both sides of manufacturing and logistics versus the fun, fluffy side of, just finding the gown and all of that good stuff. I'm in Carrollton, Texas. Is right in the DABA DFW. So that's super fun with, about 200 stores around me. So it helps to navigate, but it's a good place to start for sure.
Great. Thanks for sharing your knowledge in the book. How about you, Denise O'Malley?
Be happy to. And thanks, Heather. Hi, everyone. I'm Denise O'Malley. I'm in Denver, Colorado, and the owner of Elevate Wedding Officiant. And the chapter I wrote was called Creating Unforgettable Ceremonies, The Journey to I Do. And the reason why I wrote it is couples have spent so much time on all the details, the planning, the venue, the dress, the catering. And when they get to me and I ask them, so what's your vision for your wedding? I kind of get a deer in the headlights look. Yeah. They're like, that's why we're talking to you. So we wrote this to help trigger some of those conversations about different aspects of the wedding that will make it memorable for the couple.
Great. Thank you. Okay, Jean, what about you? She's got a little delay, so I want to make sure she can hear me. Jean, can you hear us? Okay, we'll jump over to Callie and come back to her. Callie, what about you?
Hello, everyone. I'm Callie Carr from Warner Robins, Georgia, and owner of Callie Carr Events. And I did the chapter on hire your hype queen, high energy hype queen, wedding planning process explained, and just wanted to kind of give some funny stories of of why some wedding planners do the things that we do throughout the wedding day, and just the process of how to, hire a wedding planner and what to expect throughout that process.
All right, thank you. Very helpful. Jean, can you hear us? What about Kenya? Kenya, can you hear us? Are you able to talk? Here she is.
Hi. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Hi, everybody. My name is Kenya Asa. I own Ruby Envy Wellness, and I am in Richmond, California, in the Bay Area. And my chapter is called Mindful Radiance. And I entitled my chapter that because I am an award-winning makeup artist here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And one of the reasons I'm running late is one of my brides she's been married now 15 years or so, just called me a few minutes ago. So I was like running late. But I am also a 500-hour yoga teacher. And so one of the things I've done even before I was a yoga teacher with my clients is, try to get them into the right mental space and get their kind of area where they're getting their makeup done and getting ready to be a nice, calm environment so that they can not be entirely freaked out like a lot of times brides are, and just to keep them in the right mind space. And using breath work is one of the ways that I do that. Breath work techniques, and teaching them techniques that they can use for the rest of their life, not just on the wedding day. So yeah.
Thank you for that. Yes.
Thank you.
And that's kind of where I was going to go next, is just asking each one of you a tip or a trick that you have used, with clients before that you find to be helpful, or that you use frequently with clients, something you might talk about in your chapter, just kind of trigger people as to why this ultimate guide is different from others. So, Kristen, we'll kick it back off with you.
I muted myself. Sorry about that. So I am, much like Kenya, always looking for that space where they clear their head. I'm big into journaling and really let my clients know that that's something that they should do every morning. We have a routine that we teach them. It's guided meditation, guided yoga, and then journaling, thoughtful journaling. And so that is something that I suggest, whether you do the retreats with us or not, just to start your day that way.
All right. Thank you. Jean, are you able to hear us? I can't get through to Jean. And I'd love for her to talk. She's such a sweet lady. So Candace, what about you? What is kind of a tip or a trick? And you help people really understand, like you were saying, even fabrics, and if you're not the dress person, who else to go to? So a tip or trick you can offer.
Right. Well, pretty much be open-minded. What you see on the internet is not always 100% reality. Those people are not you, and it's okay to be you. It's okay to reflect your own personality and how you, I don't know. If every day you're wearing a t-shirt and jeans, right? It's okay to wear a t-shirt and jeans to go wedding dress shopping. You don't have to wear a white little cute outfit to go wedding dress shopping, something that you're not going to always wear. And then also go in with your Pinterest board with the one dress that's all over social media just because it's all over social media. It's okay to be yourself and be drawn to things that catch your eye without, everybody else telling you how your wedding is supposed to be. Like, it's okay to advocate for yourself, and it's okay to talk to your stylist and kind of give them the secret sauce, especially if you're going with a group, to kind of warn them about maybe people in your group that might not be team bride, so that they can also advocate for you. So it's all about, being authentic to yourself, advocating for yourself, and communicating so you can get to where you want to be in the whole process in general. And I think that goes with several other, parts of wedding planning as well.
Yeah, very true. Great tips. And we do forget sometimes, they've got this fairy tale thing in their head, this is the way it's supposed to look or be, and sometimes can lose themselves and the reality of this really is the day for you, and for
Mm-hmm.
your soon to be significant other, and what does that really look like for the two of you versus what that Cinderella dress and that Cinderella ceremony.
Right. And it's okay to ask questions. If you don't know, you're not going to be judged because you don't know. A lot of the first I don't know time we really dress up is probably like prom, and prom is not a structured dress at all for most part. So you go into bridal shopping with that idea of having to tug on things and things not fitting properly. And, we were all awkward in high school. I don't know if you were, but I was awkward in high school, so it's kind of different whenever you've come into your own womanhood. It's okay to own it. And then also, you are paying more for a wedding gown because there's more structure and quality in a gown to make it what it is on that day. So it's going to fit different. It's going to feel different. You just kind of had to change your mindset, really.
Handmade.
Yeah. Okay. I know Jean is having problems. She's hearing a little bit of what we're saying. She doesn't have a good feeder connection. So Jean, if you hear us, please feel free to jump in at any time. We'll all stop talking so that we can hear from you because we would really love to. So Jean, can you hear us? Would you like to go ahead and talk a little bit about your chapter and your role? So Kenya, what about you? What's something that a tip or a trick
with
you
weddings from the heart?
Go ahead, Jean.
I think she froze again. Poor thing, having some technical difficulties.
Okay, this is annoying.
Okay, Kenya, what about you? What's a tip or a trick you like to give people?
Sure. So I try to give tips to the artist, the hairstylist, myself if I'm the artist, or somebody else that's some of the people that I train in this, and also to the bride and the bride's support team, is basically just to think about this as almost kind of a new person in a way. It's like it's you, the bride, but you might need something different today than you need every other day. You might be partying down 3 or 4 days ago in prep for this day, but then on the day you might be in a different mindset, and you might need a little support in a way that people aren't used to supporting you. And so it's almost like just training up your team to support you in the way that you need to be supported today, as opposed to the way you typically might need to be supported. Because I think people really, really underestimate not just the day and how stressful it can be and the things that can be going through your mind. I myself was 2 hours late to my own wedding because I was like tripping and like shopping and like, let me buy this, let me buy that, on the day of my wedding, and I needed to be brought down a peg or two, just mentally and emotionally. And I had a friend that helped me do that, who I think I mentioned in the story. And so just having the people around you understand that this may not be the typical you, and that they need to support the you that you are in this day, and also the you that you may be moving forward, because the wedding day is just a day. After that, you've got a whole lot of other stuff to adjust to, possibly, you know. And so that's basically kind of some of my little advice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Callie, how about you?
So I wanted it to be, clear for the brides or the couples that are reading the book that it's okay to be super excited, and that you'll have somebody to be that hype person for you. Even though I know, like when I got married, my husband hardly ever got excited about anything that I was excited about. So to have that person, and then also to just explain that, a lot of the vendors that you book with a wedding, they give you something tangible. A lot of times with wedding planners, you're not going to get anything tangible. So it's kind of like a, peace of mind gift to yourself, and really try to explain that with a lot of, funny examples.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that. Denise, what about you? What's something, a piece of advice for those newlyweds when they come to meet with you?
Well, the number one piece of advice I give people is when they're talking about wanting to write their own vows. And that advice is to share their word count with each other. It seems like such a simple thing, but I've had weddings where the bride's was on an index card and the groom's was on 2 pages of 8.5 by 11. So it's a little lopsided. So it's a very simple thing. And secondarily is I'm okay with throwing out tradition. The bride can stand on this side or this side. You can do this or that. I mean, the couples, when they come to us, some of them have never seen a wedding before, maybe on the Hallmark Channel, but that was it. Some have preconceived ideas of what they want. But the ones who maybe don't have a lot of experience with weddings, they feel like they're supposed to, they have to do certain things. And I give them permission to not. If it's not authentic to them, they don't have to do it.
Great advice. And what I love about the book is there's so much great advice from so many different people, from all over the country, some of us even from other countries. And this is designed to be just kind of that like breathe moment, right? Listen to maybe some funny stories that maybe some of you have written in there of things that have gone wrong. Understand you're not alone by feeling uncertain or stressed, but understand there are tools and there are people out there that can help you go through those moments, work through those moments. You don't have to feel clueless or feel stressed or any of those things that you might be feeling. So the great news is you can go and download your copy. You can get ebook version now live on Amazon for the Ultimate Wedding Guide, or you can get a physical copy in just a few short weeks. Get that paperback, get out the highlighter, the journal, start making your notes, taking your notes from all these women who have not only lived through their own weddings, but lived through many, many weddings and have helped many brides or newlyweds find their way. And the great news is each one of them are going to have their contact information. So if what they do is what you need or what you want or how you're wanting things to be, they are available to help you through this time. And so the whole purpose of them doing this book is not only to share their knowledge and give you those aha moments or those breathe through moments, but to also connect with you if you feel they can help you in some way. So thank you, ladies. Congratulations. The book is out and I can't wait to celebrate with you soon. Thank you for joining. And I hope you'll have a great week. Hopefully next time on the Celebration Room panel, we'll be able to actually talk to Jean. I'm so sorry that she wasn't able to get through, but Jean has a wonderful chapter, Weddings from the Heart. She's a very sweet lady. So get the book, read the chapters, and connect with these amazing women. Bye, ladies.
Bye, everybody.